Libra, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy. I am so happy that you have joined me here for your weekly reading for December 1st to the 7th. So first of all, welcome all of you that are new, returning. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing your time and your energy. Now, before we get right into your reading, we are going to talk a little bit about the full moon in Gemini on December 4th. All right, this is really illuminating choices, conversations, ideas, better communications, certainly speaking your truth. It's a very powerful time for that. Time to maybe clean the air and stay open to new perspectives. For some of you, it might be that time to let go of old stories that you feel no longer match who you are becoming. Very important, full circle, right? Things come full circle on full moons. Time to put some closure. We're also not in Mercury retrograde anymore as well. So very, very good time to definitely communicate and speak your truth. All right, Libra, let's start with your angel number and message, and we will reveal it at the end of the reading. You may have, oh, you've got two. Maybe you saw them. I don't know. I did not see them, so I am going to put them right under there, and we will reveal those at the end of the reading. We're going to start your reading off with the angel message that your spirit guides want you to know before we get into the heart of your reading. So let's see what your angels would like to share before we get into the depths of your reading. All right, they have one very powerful message for you. It is number 13. So for those of you that have a life path 4, that certainly can be a message for you as well. Number 13, it says, get your power back. You have forgotten who you are. That might be for some of you. I don't think all of you certainly feel that way. You are a child of the divine, so take back your power. So it's really just, for those of you, it's just really about confidence building. It's really about aligning yourself up with the confidence that you already have in you. You know, sometimes through life's challenges, we get a little lost sometimes, but this is really all about getting that power back. And that's an important position to be in. It's a nice way to sort of close out December. You know, I mean, I know we're only in the first week of December, but it's certainly aligning you quite nicely as we start to exit 2025. All right, we're going to now get your major arcana cards. So I've pulled the 22 major arcana cards out of a deck, and we're going to find out from Spirit what the main energy is for you this week. You're getting your power back. Judgment. Number 20, are you feeling like you're ready for a fresh start? Are you feeling like you're ready for a renewal? This is certainly about, compassionately reviewing where you are, where you were yesterday, where you are today, and where you want to be moving forward. The Judgment card number 20 is a very powerful, inevitable, changing major arcana card. So things are changing. You are getting your power back. Maybe you're realizing that it's time for something new. Maybe time to get a refresh in your life. It could be changing your perspectives, changing your ideas. You're ready to unleash something, but before you do so, there's certain things in your life that you have to close out so that you can really feel like you're giving your fresh start a real chance. Let's now get your incoming energies. We will circle back to that Judgment card. Let's get your incoming energies here. We've got one there. There's two. And the bottom of the deck. Oh, the Fates. You've got number 17, the Fates. This is all about things that are fated for you. Sometimes we just don't have control over circumstances in our life. Things happen because they're supposed to happen. And I think that there is inevitable change happening and surrounding you right now because there is this new phase of your life that's coming in. And the Fates is just a beautiful indication that Spirit has your back. All right? Maybe it's time. Maybe you've been waiting. Maybe this is by getting your power back, it's bringing you, it's helping you adjust into this new phase of your life that's coming in. But there's certainly going to be some surprise. Maybe there's going to be some welcoming surprises along the way. All right, we've got Time for a Nap, 24, and number 5, Orphaned. All right, I think for some of you, the number 5, Orphaned, can be like maybe you feel you just need to get your confidence back, feeling a little bit under the weather sometimes with the Orphan card. But if you get the right rest, you can reboot. You can bounce back. I think there's a lot of changes that are happening this week for you, and they could be just the beginning stages. You could be reviewing things from your past compassionately to help bring you in that new, fresh renewal. You know, assessing all the things in our life sometimes we really break down the barriers, and we really take the layers, peel away the layers of who we truly are. Helps us get our power back as well, because the Orphan card can feel like sometimes you're alone. But I think that what Spirit's trying to say here is, with the time for a nap, it's saying you need to nurture yourself, nurture your emotions, nurture yourself from the inside first. And then it's amazing how you will see the effects of what it does externally for you as well. All right, let's get right into your tarot cards. We're going to get 3 rows of 2. First row would be the beginning of the week, middle of the week, end of week, of course, however it resonates for you, Libra. Let's start with the first 2 cards. All right, we've got one there and here. You're showing up, I think, somewhat in your own reading with the King of Swords. I think that you are cutting your losses with something with the 5 of Swords here. Finding victory in a different way. Maybe there is a different way of finding it. You're cutting your losses, meaning you're ready to say, yeah, you know what, I want to let go of the old stories that no longer match who I'm becoming. I'm not orphaned, okay? I have my power. I'm getting my power back. I'm really moving and stepping up into a more powerful position in my life. Taking ownership of my life. Sometimes we have to go through these changes, these phases. The 5 of Swords can feel like sometimes you're just at a point in your life where you say, you know what, maybe if I just cut my losses and move on. Maybe you're trying to make something work that, you know what, maybe just doesn't meet your needs anymore. And it's okay to say, you know what, I'm ready to move on to the next phase. I think with the King of Swords, this could be your energy. Kings are leaders. There's no gender with the cards, and it certainly is air energy, so it certainly can be you, Libra. Finding the balance scales, figuring out where that balance is in your life. Truth, honesty, integrity, cutting through to get the truth of the matter as well helps you figure out what areas of your life you need to make some changes. All right, let's see. With the 5 of Swords, please. And you've got the 3 of Coins. Cutting your losses, I think that there is a better, more lucrative project waiting for you. I also feel like you're finding victory, because I think I feel like there's almost, Libra, like there's, it could be a new support system, or you're collaborating with new people. So you're saying, you know what, I need to cut my losses with maybe a contract or something that I've been doing, because there's something more lucrative there for you. The 3 of Coins shows that you are very hardworking, and it's time for you to really be accredited for your hard work and efforts. And it could be that you were in a position where you weren't feeling like you were getting that. And you were moving along, because that's what we do. But I think something better is actually coming in for you. I think the Judgment card is a whole renewal phase for you, because you really are evaluating your life up until this point right now. And for some of you, okay, it's not gonna be for everybody, but you could be saying, I want something new, but I know that I got to cut certain things out of my life in order to feel that victory. And then what needs to happen is the hard work and efforts that you put into things. This is your time to shine here. With this 3 of Coins, I feel like you're collaborating. There's new people that are coming in that are helping you move a project to a certain level, or it's putting your talents on display. And I feel this is how you're getting your power back. Could be new contract as well. All right, maybe new contracts, new agreements in those contracts. And then the Wheel is certainly expanding for you. Okay, so the 10 of Wheel, the Wheel of Fortune, expansion. This is again, I feel this kind of works a little bit with number 17, the Fates. Something fated for you, cycles in your life changing, a new direction forming. And I feel like it could be very lucrative for you financially. It could be somewhat in the beginning phases of a new apprenticeship, or a new thought or idea. You've been working on a project, and I feel like the wheel is finally turning in your favor. I feel like something is bringing bringing you some better fortunate events here. Let's look at the next 2 cards for Libra. Thank you. Right, you're evaluating your assessments. All right, number 7 of coins with the 8 of swords. The 8 of swords is very much Gemini energy. I think this is a time, especially with the full moon in Gemini, because this is Gemini energy. I think this is a good time for you to have those conversations. I think it's a good time for you to speak your truth. Don't be trapped in fear. There's no reason to be fearful. You are certainly in an evaluating position right now. You're not only evaluating with the Judgment card, okay, kind of taking that review into account of where you are today. But, you know, the 7 of coins is also assessing your commitment levels to the things that you've been doing. Maybe there's a shift. Maybe there's a change that's necessary. That can be, again, we invest into so many things in our life, not just monetary things. Of course, we invest into our time that we put into our jobs and our careers, you know, time that we put into our family. And then it can be investments as well. Am I getting the return that I want? Release yourself from any type of limitations. With that 8 of swords, it's the fear of change sometimes. It's the fears that go on in our mind. They don't necessarily really are part of your path at all. It's more in your mind. So I think sometimes it's fear of, you know, with all the changes that are happening, with the Judgment card, with the Wheel card, with the Fates card, we've got this extreme change happening. It's time to maybe just take a breather, take a nap, and say, okay, let me make sure that what I'm investing in is working for me. And try and not limit yourself to possibilities. Let's see. Let's get the clarifying cards here with the 7 of coins. I think the reason why you're feeling at this point of review is because there's an opportunity. A new path is certainly opening up for you. So it could be a choice or decision that you need to make. Could be in the middle of the week. You're trapped in fear because we do get a comfort level where we are. But I feel like there's something wanting you to get your power back and somewhat transform your life in a new way. Let's look at the 8 of swords here. Ace of swords, perfect. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better card here. The Ace of swords is the victory, the breakthrough. It's a sense of freedom as well. And the Ace of swords is a heavy sword. And it's a very sharp sword. So we want that sharp sword to cut through the fear. All right, so something is coming in here. It could be a message of enlightenment. Certainly brings a sense of victory. When we have clarity and truth, it helps you to make your decisions a lot better, especially if you're facing some sort of new career path change, moving in a new direction in some area of your life. I'm using the wrong ones again. All right, let's get the 2 here. Not that it matters. The cards are the cards. All right, let's get these next 2 cards here, and then we're going to clarify them. All right, yeah. All right, charging forward. Everybody's charging forward this week. It's so nice to see the Chariot. Paying attention to details, hard work, 8 of Pentacles. I think you're leveling up in some way, and you're leveling up some way. You're moving forward. You're moving on. The 8 of coins really does talk about your dedication to your work, your hard work ethic. And I do believe that what Spirit's trying to say is it's very important for you to pay careful attention to each of these pentacles, all right? You're putting a lot of hard work and details into your work, and that's very important, especially if you're evaluating how much you're committing yourself to something, because I feel like there could be an opportunity, a financial opportunity opening up for you. The Chariot really shows determination and success and victory as well. Following your intuition is certainly going to help you make clear choices and decisions as well, but really feeling confident. Like where it says here, number 13, you know, get your power back. I feel like the Chariot is really saying you've got your power here. Okay, let's get the clarifier for the 8 of coins. All right. you got 2 cards to go with the 8 of coins. The moon card, number 18, and then number 13, the death card, transformations, Scorpio energy. The moon card, Pisces energy, following your intuition and embracing the changes that are happening. There could be some workplace changes, contractual changes. You could be opening up. There's definitely a new path opening up for you to consider. I think you're mastering something with this 8 of coins, and I think there could be a little bit of uncertainty about what to do, what choice to make. This is about inevitable change, and I certainly believe that the Wheel of Fortune and the Fates are somewhat stepping in to help you make choices well. But I do feel like it really is about trusting what your gut feeling is on something. And then the death card, death is a very powerful transformation taking place. It's the end of a cycle. It's the end of the uncertainty, so no longer feeling the pressure of that uncertainty. And that's why you're able to charge brilliantly forward here with the Chariot. All right, Libra, let's now get the Chariot, the clarifier for this beautiful card here. The Chariot. All right, you definitely need to trust in your own inner wisdom. The 9, the Hermit, along with the Queen of Cups. And, you know, all of these cards together, the Hermit, inner wisdom, finding your path within, finding the light within to shine that path so that you know exactly and feel confident when you decide to charge forward. The Queen of Cups is loyal, honest. She's Pisces energy. She's trusting in her intuition. There's so much intuitiveness here. It's like, I think that without a doubt, you will charge forward with a sense of confidence and a sense of optimism. You're really charging forward, but you're trusting in your own inner guidance to help you make those choices. It's going to be of benefit to you. And you know, sometimes spirit works its magic through our intuition, and I truly feel like that's what's happening. So again, I think there's going to be breakthroughs. There's going to be lots of victory coming in here for you, Libra. I think there is a new change happening for you with the Judgment card. I think you're releasing parts of your life that where you've been feeling powerless, you're actually going to be getting your power back. The wheel is certainly changing for you, meaning good fortune is opening up as you evaluate new opportunities that are coming in for you. Releasing the limitations, realizing that there really are no limitations, and that the clarity that you need is going to really help break you free from those limitations. Trusting in your intuition and embracing the changes that are going to help you move forward. You're finding the strength from within that is helping guide you to make some really important choices in your life. All right, let's look at your additional angel messages here. And we've got just the one today. And it says, you could use some self-care time like now, so schedule it in. And that has a lot to do with the time for a nap. All right, and also the Hermit card. It's time for you to really do some self-care. Take some time out for yourself. You certainly deserve it. All right, you got 2 very powerful cards here. So we're going to talk about these. I don't really see numbers that are reciprocating over and over again. Number 13 is probably a very important, powerful number because it was the angel number that you got right at the beginning of the reading, and it also duplicates itself with the death card, number 13, meaning it's time to embrace the changes because you're getting your power back. These are the both important numbers here. 0330, lucky shirt. Love, peace, hope, and optimism, transferring responsibility to others. And it says progress and creativity. It says pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. So excellent communications brings lucky, the fates, right? The wheel your way. And then they wanted you to have 2 cards, your intuition. Well, it wouldn't make sense if this didn't come up. 111, intuition, moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization, taking action, and unconditional love. It says time to implement long cherished ideas. You are on the right track towards making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are being sent your way. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. You need to trust in the process. And that really comes down to these 3 cards right here at the end, the Hermit, the Queen of Cups, and the Chariot, following your intuition. Libra, I want to thank you so very much for joining me for your weekly reading. I hope it resonates. Even if just parts do, please support the channel by liking, sharing, subscribing, and certainly leaving comments. I truly appreciate your time, and until next week, sending love, light, and positive vibes.